Hello everyone, welcome to chemistry class. Here we are with the chapter 5 exercise revision. Although the exercises you have solved in the live classes, all the exercise, question answers, everything has been provided. This video is for the revision of the same. In case you have not understood any of the question or the concept, we'll discuss the exercise part here now. So let us discuss the short answer questions of chapter number 5 in this video. What do you mean by a reactant and a product? This is the question 1. Answer is, in a chemical reaction, a reactant is any substance that undergoes or that changes to any other substance. Whatever substance is changing its form, it is called as a reactant. And whatever another substance, whatever is finally produced, it is called as a product. So basically we can say what is happening is, in a chemical reaction, reactant only is changing into a product. Question 2. What happens to the atoms in a chemical reaction? Explain with the help of example. Answer is, atoms rearrange themselves during a chemical change. Example will see, carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. You can refer to the figure 5.1 in this example. You have to draw this, so you can see from the book. Our atoms are arranging or changing their pattern of arrangement. How they are arranged, that is being changed. So the different molecules in the gases are occupying the space between another gas molecules. So that is what is happening in the chemical reaction, the rearrangement of atoms. Question 3 now. Why are chemical reactions accompanied by energy change? Answer is, chemical reactions are accompanied by energy change because in a chemical reaction 2 steps are there. First is the breaking of the reactant molecules, and second, the making of the product molecule. Reactant molecules are breaking, and in the case of the product, what is happening? Reactant breaks, then product will be made. New products will be made by breaking of the reactant molecules, and because of this breaking and making of the molecules, there are certain energy change. Energy either it is released or it can be absorbed. Due to these 2 activities that is we discussed here, either energy is released or it can be absorbed in the chemical reaction. Question number 4 now. What are exothermic changes? Give an example. A reaction in which heat is evolved, heat is being produced in a particular reaction, that is called as an exothermic reaction. Example we'll see here, hydrogen combined with oxygen to produce water. But when water is produced by this reaction, energy is also produced. Because energy is released, it is evolved in this reaction. It is example of exothermic reaction. Next, question 5. What are endothermic reaction? Give an example. A reaction in which heat is absorbed is called an endothermic reaction. For example, nitrogen plus oxygen plus energy gives nitric oxide. Both nitrogen and oxygen will combine together only in the presence of energy. If this energy is not there, then reaction will also not take place. So always energy is absorbed here. Whenever energy is absorbed to carry out a reaction, it is an endothermic reaction. Next, question 6 now. What is that substance which generally speeds up a reaction but itself remain unchanged? This type of substance is called as a catalyst. Catalyst speeds the reaction, increases the speed of the reaction, but itself remain unchanged. Catalyst will not have any effect on itself. It will not change. It remains unchanged. Catalyst is not used in the chemical reaction. Still, it increases the speed of that reaction. Example we'll see here, because example is asked in the question. So hydrogen peroxide gives water plus oxygen. Here is an error here. One thing more we have to write here. So you will note down, above the arrow you have to write MnO2. This is manganese dioxide. What we will pronounce it as manganese dioxide. This is the name of MnO2, manganese dioxide. So hydrogen peroxide in the presence of manganese dioxide, what will happen? Water and oxygen both will produce. Normally also hydrogen peroxide converts into water and oxygen, but then the reaction will be slow. If MnO2 is there, then reaction will be fast. So this MnO2 is what? It is a catalyst. MnO2 is a catalyst. Question 7 now. Give an example of effervescence with the definition. That is, what is effervescence? Give an example. So first we'll see the definition of effervescence. When gas bubbles are formed, usually with the hissing sound. Bubbles of gas with the hissing sound in a particular reaction. This process or this phenomenon is given the name as effervescence. Effervescence is what? Whenever in a chemical reaction gas bubbles are coming, Not only the bubbles, these bubbles are coming with a hissing sound. This is in a chemical reaction called as effervescence. Whenever carbon dioxide gas is produced in a reaction, it is generally produced in the form of gas bubbles with a hissing sound. So generally and most of the cases CO2 gas causes effervescence. Example of this reaction you have to learn: sodium carbonate plus HCl, that is hydrochloric acid. It produces carbon dioxide, water and sodium chloride. When this carbon dioxide is produced here, upward arrow means gas is there. So when this CO2 is produced, it will cause gas bubbles. And what more thing is there? One more thing, that is hissing sound. So gas bubbles and hissing sound is there. Then only we will say what has happened is the phenomena of effervescence. So I hope it is clear now. Question number 8 now. What is a precipitate? Give an example. A precipitate is any solid that separates when solution is added to another. You have mixed two solutions with each other, and on mixing a new solid is forming. This solid is insoluble. The solid does not dissolve in the liquid. This is insoluble solid, and it remains as a separate layer. So when we mix sodium carbonate and barium chloride in the test tube, what will happen? Solution will form there, and above this solution a separate layer will be there. This thick layer which has deposited upside only is called as this thick layer which separate upside is called as precipitate. In short, this precipitate, what is written as, I'll write the short name only. In short, it is called as PPT. So barium carbonate, here you can see the downward arrow with barium carbonate, it is a PPT. Wherever you see this downward arrow, it is a symbol of a precipitate. Wherever you see upward arrow, it is a symbol of gas. Downward arrow is a symbol of precipitate. So this barium carbonate precipitate will form in a solution of sodium carbonate. So this is what about we have seen about precipitate. It is a solid which separate when solution is added to another. Next question 9, word equations they have asked, a reaction they have written. Copper sulfate pentahydrate loses all the water of crystallization. So when it will lose? On heating only. So copper sulfate pentahydrate, it is a Brew crystal. Crystalline means it is a crystal, solid crystal having a proper shape. So when we are taking this and heating it, on heating it will convert to white powdery copper second sulfate. Pentahydrate will remove from there, and this pentahydrate only is separated in the form of water vapor. So this is the first reaction. B part, sodium carbonate react with dilute HCl to form sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Simple reaction only, you have to see the question and write. Sodium carbonate plus HCl gives what? Sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. This is word equation, not the chemical equation. You see here they have asked the word equation, that is why we are writing full spellings. If a chemical equation, that will not be asked in your class, 8th class onward it will begin. Chemical equation will use the formulas, but in this only the word equation are there, so only spellings will write in the equation. Long answer 1 now. Write a note on the energy changes in the chemical reaction. So energy changes, two steps are there which are not equal. One of these energy change will be more than the other. Either first of all, see what are the changes of energy. Either the heat is absorbed or it is evolved. So either more energy will be absorbed, or second case what is there, more energy will be evolved. One type of energy change will be more. In the same reaction, heat is absorbed also, heat is evolved also. But in case more heat is absorbed, then it is endothermic change. In case more heat is evolved, it is exothermic change. So this is the difference here. So you can see here both the examples also are given here. You can read through and learn this. Question 2 now, show giving example how you can make chemical equation more informative. So to minimize the use of language, so that we don't have to write all the chemical names and all, we have some methods to make the same equation in short and more informative. So we'll see the different method. This is done in the following ways. First method is mentioning the conditions of the chemical reaction. Under what condition the reaction has taken place, what is the temperature, what is the atmospheric pressure, or what pressure is there. So also the name of the catalyst, all these things, temperature, pressure, name of the catalyst, where we will write? We will write on the arrow only. Just now we have seen one equation, hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. It converts into what? It converts into hydrogen and oxygen. So there MnO2 was the catalyst. So MnO2 we have written above the arrow. So this is how we can show the conditions. Second, now mentioning the colors and the state of the reactant and product. If needed, if it is required, color and state also can be written below the name. Below the name of the chemical, we will write in the bracket only. Here one equation I will show. Just now we have seen. So like here it is written in bracket. all the color and all the information is written in the bracket. So like this we can show in the color and the state of the reactant. What is the state of the reactant or product? Means it is solid, liquid or gas, whatever it is, we'll write in a bracket. If it is solid, we'll write in bracket is S, small s. If it is liquid, in bracket we'll write small l. If it is gas, we'll write small g. If it is solution in water, we will write AQ. AQ is what? Aqueous. Any chemical mixed in water, it's called as aqueous. So these are the states we can write in the bracket. Point number third, indicating the gaseous product and precipitate. Just now I told you the gas can be indicated by upward arrow, precipitate by downward arrow. Here in this example you can see sodium plus water gas, sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Hydrogen is a gas, and therefore what you are observing here, we are observing this upward arrow. This upward arrow indicates it is a gas that has been produced. So here we have completed the exercise discussion. Still any problem, any doubt is there, you can post your queries in the comment section below. Also you can ask the questions in the Teams app. You can send me the personal message in the personal chat option. Here the objective exercise, the correct option, choose the correct, match the following, fill in the blanks and true and false. All these are given here. In case you need any of this for reference, you can note down from here. So that is all for this chapter number 5 discussion. Next video we'll have for the next chapter exercise revision. That is all for chapter 5 revision. Thank you for now.